first, we're gonna start off with our peaches. And we're gonna put 4 cans of sliced peaches in a pot and start them off, heating them with sugar and then spices. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1 cup of sugar. And I'm bringing this to a boil. We're going to stir these ingredients. Make sure we get all the spices mixed up inside the peaches. Make sure it's all coated. And once it's coated, you'll just let it simmer. Let it simmer for maybe 10 minutes while you're preparing your dough. But as you're preparing your dough, let it simmer because you want this mixture to be hot. We're going to begin with making our crust. We're going to have 4 cups of flour and about a stick of butter. And that's going to create our crust. So let's begin.
Add 4 cups of flour to large mixing bowl.
For time, I showed 1 cup of flour, but I put in 4 tablespoons of sugar and 2 teaspoons of salt. Go ahead and start mixing those ingredients for the crust, all your dry ingredients. Make sure you use a wooden spoon or wooden utensils. I don't know why. The baker told me I should always use wooden utensils when baking something. So I tried it, and it worked. Add a little bit of water at a time. Don't make it all at once, just a little bit at a time. I don't think I'll use this whole cup. Maybe I did.
Butter now.
So at this point, I should have added the butter, the flour, and mixed that up, and then added the water to bring it all together. So I did this backwards. So go ahead and put some flour on the cutting board. Spread it around, and then add your wet dough mix onto the flour and start moving it around, making sure it's dry on all the edges. And lightly knead your dough. Don't handle it too much, just knead it with your hand. Try not to finger it too much. Only try to use your wood utensils to handle much of it. Be easy. Take your time. Now with a rolling pin, roll out your dough. Make sure it's flat and even. And then we're gonna get a cup the size of our muffin pan, and we're gonna cut our dough in that size. It might be a little bit bigger. Just get something that's a little bit wider than the muffin pan that you have. And that way you can create your cups. Make sure to spray your muffin pan with some vegetable oil. This is a sticky dessert, so you don't want it to get all over the place. So I just spray a little vegetable oil all over in the cups and on top of the muffin pan. Continue flattening out your dough, getting it flat on all edges. Take your cutouts and put them inside your muffin pan. Don't put too much pressure on it. Just add them in there and make sure that they come up to the sides. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to taste good anyway.
Add 1 teaspoon of butter per cup.
All right, let's start building it. Let's put a teaspoon of butter in each cup. It's gonna make it all buttery. About a teaspoon. And I'm gonna put the just add the filling.
Add 3 peach slices per cup.
Make sure you add a little juice in there also per cup. And I'm gonna put this crust on top to top it off. This is gonna be so good. Okay, I'm gonna pop these in the oven, in a preheated oven at 40 degrees. Okay, I'm gonna pull these out. They should be ready now. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna take these out and let them cool for about 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna serve them. put a little sugar on that before I put them in there. That's why you see that sugar. How's that look? Comment below. Deebo.